Okay, so today we are fixing kind of one of the big flaws of the NC Miata platform. These cars are typically pretty reliable. The transmission sometimes has some issues, but for the most part, the NCs are pretty stout. The engine is good as well, but there is one thing that kind of tends to be the Achilles heel of the NC Miatas. So if you notice, this is an engine. Now also, this is a coolant expansion tank. So this kind of acts as a reservoir for the coolant. You can see that it's just about at the full level. Now, this is kind of the top line of the system, the coolant system. So when it boils over, this is where it comes out of. You fill it up, put it in here. It's an important part of the coolant system. The issue is that for whatever reason, the Miatas, the NC Miatas, the plastic OEM tanks, they tend to fail. A lot of times they'll crack, they'll kind of fall apart, and eventually they sort of just leak out coolant or they burst. So as soon as you lose pressure, your flow just drops really, really quickly. At least that's my understanding. I work in advertising, so keep that in mind. Honestly, mine looks to be in good shape. It's not really yellow yet. It seems good, but I figured, hey, this Moroso, where is it? There it is. This Moroso was on sale, and I think it makes a ton of sense just to pick it up, especially because I drive this car on track pretty frequently. I think all that heat will speed up the process of failing the OEM tank. Now, this is not cheap, to be honest. Like it's a good product for sure, but like it's not cheap. You can buy OEM tanks and put that back in the car and you're good for like another, I don't know how long, but it's years. However, if you want kind of a buy once, cry once, product, like getting a metal expansion tank is really nice that way. First impressions of the Moroso tank, it looks very nice. I went for the unfinished, just bare kind of metal look, and I think it will look very good in the engine bay, especially with all the black. I think it needs something to kind of pop out. So it looks very good. Here's the obviously the fill neck, bottom hose right there. All the welds look nice. There is a viewfinder, right? So when you have a metal tank, you can't really see it that well. It's good that there's a viewfinder. We'll see how easy it is to actually use. The first step is to remove the coolant from the OEM tank. I'm not trying to buy new coolant if I don't have to, so I used a brand new tank and sucked out all the old fluid. My car has about 65,000 miles, so honestly the current fluid in there is totally fine. I think the previous owner actually changed the coolant as well, so really this is totally fine to me. I then popped off the two hoses on top of the tank. Okay, so I've drained the coolant out. One little tip, you can actually just clamp both of these hoses together in a vise just so that they don't leak out any fluid, keeps them together. I got as much out as I could. I ended up actually undoing the bolts, tipping it back, and that bought me a little bit extra fluid that I could get. Now we just have to undo one hose down there, and then yeah, this will be free. It actually did have a decent amount of coolant. I was kind of in there for quite some time, so definitely good to save this, or if you want, you can get a new bottle. I popped off the bottom hose, and then I just removed the tank. It was very simple. Okay, that actually worked out perfectly. You can see the coolant right on that hose. We're not going to move that too much. Didn't really spill a whole lot either. I kind of just threw all the wrapping paper from the packaging around, just in case there was an accident. Overall, it was pretty easy to remove the OEM tank. The one unfortunate thing is that I've heard online, you're actually not supposed to use the OEM clamps. Let me show you. Anyway, here's an OEM clamp. Allegedly, these do not fit on the Moroso, which, in my opinion, is not great. Because with coolant, I know that you're supposed to have constant pressure, and a spring clamp tends to provide the best. Unfortunately, I think we might have to use some sort of worm gear clamp. I mean, not the end of the world, but I think it's a little silly. So we'll see if we can make it work with the OEM, but just in case, I have a bunch extra. To me, I always try to reuse OEM hardware wherever I can. A lot of times, it's very high quality. Okay, so here's something a little bit odd. Online, people say that you cannot really reuse the OEM clamps. However, it fits perfectly fine. Like, there's tons of tension, and it seems to be a really, really good fit. So I don't know, maybe there was like a revision or something, but I'm gonna run the OEM clamps because to me, having that constant tension as opposed to a worm gear, which can loosen up over time, or also, hoses, they, expand and contract. Having a clamp, a spring clamp, is kind of nice that way. So I think I'm just gonna go with OEM. And if the car leaks, then I'll go worm gear. I then connected the top hoses, but I did actually have to use some worm gear clamps. I found that the OEM clamps on the top two hoses were just a little bit loose, so I threw some generic aftermarket clamps on and called it good. Then it's just 3 nuts to bolt down the tank, and it's all installed. The tank is in, but overall, very easy to install. Gonna put the coolant back in here, and yeah, we'll let it sit for a bit, work out any air bubbles just naturally, and then we'll go ahead, turn the car on. Now it was just as simple as taking the old fluid that I pumped out and dumping it back into the new tank. Okay, so it's been a couple hours. I ate lunch and then I also picked up, number 1, some coolant. This is actually made for Mazdas. It's the same type as what's in the car currently. It's not OEM fluid, but it's pretty damn close. And I also got some distilled water. Now, here's the thing. Normally, I live in Michigan and I would never use just water or mostly water because it'll freeze during the winter, but I literally needed a splash. And now you can see through the sight finder, we have coolant right in the middle there. So we should basically be good. And I'm not kidding when I say a splash. I think we maybe used like this much. So really, truly not that much. It's going to kind of dilute through the system. And sure, it's not going to be a perfect 50-50 in the car, but it's going to be very, very close. I am also reusing the OEM cap. Honestly, I think it's fine. I test fitted. It was very tight, but I think it'll fit just fine. There we go. And there is the final product. Cap was definitely a little bit tight, but once you line up the fins, it kind of works itself in there. It's not, as high pressure as some upgraded ones, but I think it's totally fine for basically like a exhaust and tune Miata. Hopefully it's not gonna get that hot. Got the clamps here and the OEM on the bottom. I'm gonna start it up, make sure that it doesn't leak, and we're just gonna get it up to temp. But we should be good on fluid level. I imagine I'll have to put a little bit more in, but really I just want to start the car up, make sure that it runs properly. I don't think it needs a full bleed because realistically we just took the topmost fluid out. So just by filling it up again, I think we should basically be we shouldn't have any air in the system. But anyway, I'm gonna start it up. We're just gonna see and go from there. I think we should be good. This Moroso tank was very easy to install, and I ended up just being able to top it off with diluted water instead of a full jug of coolant. If you want a long-term safety option, then I would say that throwing in a new OEM tank of course just works fine, but this Moroso Coolant Expansion Tank gives the car hella steez, bro.